Okay, there are three ways that you can test the application. The first and the simplest one is by running the yarn start dev. It's gonna execute a NestJS server as normal, nothing different, and you can test everything that you need, like the controllers, the service, and everything else. You can also use the route like 3000 and execute. It's not working right now because it relies on the S3 service. As I don't know, it's gonna fail once it tries to upload the QR code. Okay, that was the first one. The second way that we have to run this application is, oh, by the way, you can follow all the methods to run the application here inside the README file. We have everything, and right now I'm gonna show you how to run this application with the serverless S3 local. So first we have the project already and the dependencies, and with the M file like this, we need to have these variables available, not these ones. So once it's ready, we just need to run this command over here. It's gonna use the serverless-offline plugin. Okay, it's ready. So we have a few routes, but the one that we are gonna use is this one. Okay, I'm just gonna place the dev environment, and there we are. We have the URL for the QR code, okay? So we can also access to see the QR code build. In this case, we are saving and are storing the QR codes inside a folder, which is this one. Let me show you again. If I execute it, we are gonna have more files here. So that was the second way that you can run the application, by using the serverless S3 local and the serverless offline. For the third one, we are gonna use the LocalStack. So first, we also need to have the environment here, but we need to change the configuration. So just change one to the other, and then you can run this other command over here. Oh, by the way, before that, we need to run the Docker Composer. Please don't forget that, that's necessary. Okay, that's up and running, and now we can execute the local. It's also using the serverless, okay, but the deploy is to the stage local, and it is also using another plugin, which is the serverless LocalStack. Right now, it is configuring everything that we need, like the gateway, the bucket, and the serverless function, the Lambda function. And yeah, it's ready. We need to use this URL here because, as I said, we are using a gateway. So next step, you need to replace this URL by the other that you can get from here. And once you have that, you can also access. And there we are. We executed the Lambda and it returned the URL of the function, but there's a detail here. We cannot use the host Docker internal. We will need to replace that if you want to access the QR code, for example. And there we are. We have the QR code built as well. Just one more detail. If you want to see your LocalStack running, you can access the localstack.cloud. And here, if I refresh my page, you will see like mine. I have the Docker instance running locally, and there it is, like it is running, and I can also see the services and everything. For example, the S3, here I have the folder with the QR code that was built. I can also verify the Lambda that is here, the logs, the NestJS logs that are also appearing here. And lastly, the gateway that I said, like this gateway is the same that we have here. That's why we used that URL to be able to access the Lambda. Everything for this last case was set by the serverless YAML. So if you want to take a look, please feel free. We have a bunch of configurations. For example, the bucket here. Here we have the place with the Lambda function that is executed, a few configurations for the Lambda as well, and the permissions that it has.